Hey everyone, Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. Hit the bell to be notified of our upcoming videos. This is a review of a watch with a very long name, but a very cool watch. This is the Citizen Titanium Technology 50th Anniversary Limited Model Satellite Wave GPS F950 World Limited Edition 550 pieces. Quite the mouthful, and I haven't even said the reference number. This watch is the latest generation of Citizen's GPS watches. It contains the F950 GPS-enabled EcoDrive movement. That is the most advanced GPS movement that they currently have. And what it does is receive signals from GPS satellites to update the time automatically or manually anywhere in the world. The EcoDrive movement, which is light-powered, also does a few other things on there, so you can see the subdials. And this subdial right here is actually a function selector. So I'm going to pull out the crown one stop. And as you can see there, I can move that little hand to different positions. So now I'm moving it to the chronograph mode. The hands readjust themselves, and I can start the chronograph. Now this will start counting over there minutes and hours on the subdial here because it has two hands. So you can see how Citizen cleverly uses the various subdials to do the various functionality that this watch has. But in general, this is one of those sort of Japanese, what I call set it and forget it watches, where the idea is that you set the time once and you really don't have to do anything after that. Or you don't even have to set the time. Because if you have it sync with satellite, it'll update the time. And because light is entering through the dial and charging the movement, you also have the appeal of having never to change a battery. So they do a really good job with that. And look how fast those hands move. It's very slick. I've reviewed several generations of the Citizen satellite wave GPS watches, and I've seen them get thinner. I've seen them reach satellite signals better, so the amount of time it takes for them to get a satellite signal has been decreased. The thinness of the movements has gone down a lot. So this has really become an easy to enjoy and read daily wear. Whereas these models were a little bit more exotic about a decade ago when they started to come out in the first place. As an anniversary model, Citizen has taken this opportunity to sort of celebrate titanium. It was 50 years ago, surprise, surprise, that Citizen came out with the first titanium watch, and they may have been the first company to do so in terms of having a commercial timepiece. It was very expensive back then. It wasn't until the 80s, however, that we started to have more titanium in wristwatches, and it wasn't until more recently that titanium became the preferred metal of choice for a lot of applications within luxury watches. Citizen developed a series of special technologies that accumulated into what they call super titanium. And super titanium is really cool because what it does is it adds strength as well as scratch resistance to titanium. Titanium is lighter than steel, it's hypoallergenic, it's got a bunch of really great qualities to it, but it's a relatively soft metal. And so the processes that Citizen developed, these proprietary processes, make the titanium, like I said, harder and very, very scratch resistant. And so you can have the benefits of a titanium watch with longevity as well as a lot more sort of just durability when it comes to wear and tear. So let's put this watch on. The case is 47.5 millimeters wide. It's big, but the case integrates with the bracelet quite nicely. I've reviewed a few of the generation of watches that this sort of falls into, and the first one was the Satellite Wave F100, and it all went up to the F950. There was a few generations there. This one changes the case shape a little bit, offers a little bit of updates on the dial, and has this sort of neat bracelet design. Let's look closely at the dial here. You can see the various layers there. You can see, for example, that the hour markers are actually in different layers, and it's quite a neat effect. This particular watch is an almost black, sort of a dark gray color, and then you have this rose gold tone, and again, both of these are titanium metals that have been coated a little bit differently. This watch is almost like a retail concept watch in the sense that it's a little bit more extreme than what I think most people would want from a mainstream concept, because it's a little bit more on the expensive side and it's a little bit more edgy. But as a limited edition, you can see this is a sample piece here, but as a limited edition, I think that these are very special watches, and it feels very, very solid. Meaning the build quality is really excellent. So I would say that even though a lot of the previous generation satellite wave models have been a little bit less expensive, Citizen really went up here. And I think if you hold this watch and you feel it, you're definitely going to see that this is a higher end item and definitely on par with the price point. And the price point happens to be $5,000 even. This watch is limited to 550 pieces, and you can see more about the Citizen titanium technology 50th anniversary limited model satellite wave GPS F950 on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.